All right. We should be live. Everything should be going. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm just going to double check that the stream is in fact live. Let's see. Do. Seems like it. Let's take a listen. Perfect. Sounds working. Let me know about the music and my voice. How loud is it? Is it too loud? Is it just loud enough? Just let me know. Okay. So today we have an interesting mission that we have to accomplish. Pretty much the devlog is pretty much done. All of the main things I had to do for it are done. In the last live stream, we were able to come up with a lot of the testing that we needed to make sure that, you know, my idea of how we were going to do it was going to work. And for the most part, it worked. We have animated tiles, and we have the replacement tiles through tilemap.get tile, or set tile, sorry, tilemap.set tile, which I believe I can show you here. Yeah, right here. So tilemaps.set tile grid pose. So that's the position. That's the tile. So if we walk around, I can kind of show you what we're dealing with here. Oh. Interesting. They're not changing. Hold on. I must have missed something. All right, let's see. The tile base. This is for tile set manager. I believe that's in the game manager. No, maybe that's let's see, right here with all of the world environments. There's tile set right here. Okay, so we've got the test ground, which that is the animated tile. So it should be switching to the animated tile. Let's test that. Let's put a different tile in. We'll see if that works instead. Here, let's zoom this out a little bit. There we go. All right, what am I looking for? We need to go to sprites, tiles. Okay, here we go. And let's just put in a random tile. Let's do this one. Because right now what we're doing is we're saying the hero pose, so the position of the hero, -1, so below the hero. And then to convert that to the cells and select the cell that I'm currently, you know, walking on and convert that. But for some reason it's not working, and I can't remember if it's something that I removed. I don't think so. I think there might just be a bug or an issue that I overlooked. Let's size these differently. All right, let's do, oh, of course. I was playing around with the status. Yes, okay, now I understand. So if status is 2, then things will start changing. There we go. And now we can see that our tiles are changing completely. Perfect. Now, if we put the animated sprite, sorry, the animated tile, where is that one? Let's do a bit of a search here. Was it test ground? I think it was test ground. Yeah, animated tile. All right, this should be what we need. Oh yeah, we need to set this to 2. Bingo. Instant. There we go. All right, so what did we learn? We learned that the first 2 things we needed work great. Animation, they're animated. Perfect. Response and dynamic, responsiveness, they respond. They change when we tell them to. Now, what we're going to have to do is kind of figure out a way to... How can I put this? We need to figure out the bounds of how far we can take these 3 things, right? So the animated tile is pretty much set. We don't really need to do anything with that because it functions the way we want it to function. But there is one thing where at the end of its animation, is there a way to then randomly select another animation? You see? That is a good question. Because if that is the case, if we can't, let's say, if we can't change the animation after it's gone through a loop, we have to wait for an event to take place before it changes. Well, then it's going to look very repetitive after just a little bit of time. So we need to figure out a way for it to not be so repetitive, right? And the way I see it is by randomly switching the tile after the animation is done. Now, let's say that all the tiles are animated, right? Let's say that there are no static tiles. If there are no static tiles, everything's animated, then how would that change things? I think it would make it actually easier in the long run because nothing would be conflicting, right? So we're able to, let's just do that again. We start out with normal tiles. We put in the status. And we're able to change these. All right. So let's say that these are already happening, right? And we walk over them and they change again. So here's a few things. A few things that we need to do. First, figure out if animation can be linked together and change randomly so that we can create cool procedural, not really procedural animation, but like procedural animation paths. Like it'll randomly go down a different animation path, right? So that nothing feels repetitive. It all feels new and like it's really alive. Then we need to figure out, how do we change the tiles around? How do we get all the tiles that have to be changed around the player? And then how do we change them based off of what's going on? You see, right now what I'm doing is I'm changing this status number, but that status number is worldwide. So that would mean that all of these tiles could change, even though maybe I just want a few of the tiles to change, which it could also be fine if, let's say, it would go back to 0. Like, let's say it goes 2, it converts the tiles that it needs to convert, and then it goes back to 0. But then how can I control that? How can I tell it, okay, only do it for this long? And what if that long isn't long enough? Or what if that long is too long, right? The time that it takes. So let's dive in. Let's just dive in head first. This is the animated tile. And what we're looking for, well, first of all, I'm trying to, oh no, this is animated tile editor. No, yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay. So here, this is kind of the animation length, right? So the animation itself. That's good. Okay. What if we make a scriptable object with an array of tiles, animated tiles, right? And pretty much all that we would need to do is right here, I think. Right here, we would change it to a random function across those tiles, right? And then once it got to the end, right, we'd have to figure out, okay, so once it hit animation sprites.length, so that number, usually it would start over. But let's make it rerun the function instead. Yeah, I think that would work. And the good thing is that if the scriptable objects, let's say there's scriptable object ground. Let's say actually scriptable, okay, blah, 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 whatever. Scriptable object, right? It's going to be dirt, ground, sunny, whatever, something like that, okay? That would mean that all of the variant animations I do for that specific tile or group of tiles would be, well, specific tile. Yeah, that would be in that array, and it could randomly cycle through. And if it does that, then we're good. I like that. Yeah, that's good. I think that'll work. Sorry, I'm just thinking a little bit about it. All right, so let's make this scriptable object. Let's go to the right spot though first. Tiles. Okay, so we kind of already have this scriptable object here. We're gonna change that instead of tile data, because there's already a tile data. I don't want to get confused, you know. Let's do tiles type. That makes sense. Tiles type. Okay. And let's open up ground. Let's start with ground. We'll make it a prototype. Actually, yeah, so that's broken. So is this one. Because I changed what type it is, or the class, so it wouldn't make sense anymore. Wait a minute. I don't want to get confused. Yeah, it says tiles type. Okay. Why does it still say tile data? Should be tiles type. Okay, yeah, this is fine. All right, so ground. Whoa, there we go. Let's open that up. Oh, that's right, it doesn't open up. All right, it just has this. Right. Okay, I'm just thinking for a second. Because right now we have two thoughts that we're going down. And I think they could be compatible, but I also think they could pose a problem. If we do the animated tiles within the animated tile script, right? So that means that we've got one actual tile and we have a whole lot of different animations. That would be fine for now. But then once we start adding variation on the level design using the prefab, or not the prefab, sorry, using the random rule tile, things start to break down a little bit. But no, they might break down. Hold on. Okay, we have to test this and then we'll figure it out. Okay. So this is fixed. Let's do, instead of tile base, we'll do public is there a way to display animated tiles through an animated tile? So instead of like make an array of animated tiles and then have the animated tiles here just run through that animated tile's length. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Actually, let me size this up so you guys can see too. That's a bit too, that's a little too much. And still. All right. Okay, so let's remove state. Don't need that. Let's do public animated tile. Okay. We're gonna make that an array. Okay. Now, if we save that, that should kind of pretty much, that should be it. All right, this part we, we'll deal with all that later. First part is just yeah, the first part is just getting it to work. So let's see what is wrong here. Okay, that's fine. We'll just make you all there. All of it is commented out. Another no. Why? It's commented out. What's going on here? Okay, let's just clear it. Okay, so animate tile should work just fine, right? Now, we have in this tiles type, we did animated tile. So that's the generic Unity animated tile, right? Now, animated tiles, we might need to come up with a better name, is where we're going to be editing and changing and doing things. Okay. So, if tile map component is not null, so there's a tile map, good. And tile component dot animation frame rate is larger than 0. Yep. Okay, so as long as there's a frame rate, a tile map, and actual sprites to cycle through, right? Now, can we do? Now that okay, this is where we're gonna have some problems, possibly. Let's open this up. Okay, this is a struct required by the native code. It's a tile animation data, and it has sprite array for animated sprites, private float. Okay. So this could complicate things a little bit, possibly. Or maybe it won't. It depends. Let's see. Can we get... All right, that's just a normal animated... Let's create a new animated tile. Tiles. It's fine. All right, so right now we have the sprite, the animated sprites, right? So that's what this is. That's what this is. And we do that by getting the tile animation data. Well, technically, the animated sprites of the tile animation data equal the sprites that we've inputted here. So yeah. So we input on this level, but we're changing that. Now we need it to get the input elsewhere. And so the animated sprites is no longer a sprite. It's going to be animated tile, right? And it's going to be called animated tile. Okay? Or tiles, whatever. It's going to get confusing. It's going to get confusing very, very quickly. Okay, so animated tiles. Animated tiles. We need to do a for loop. Wait a minute, this isn't where it cycles through. Oh, this is a refresh tile. Wait a minute. How are they? When do they call this? Do they call this based off of the frame rate? Because actually I don't see where frame rate tile component dot animation frame rate tile component equals tile map dot get component tile map. So this is a little confusing because we're doing if statements here. All right, I need to keep thinking about this. So, animated tile. It works not with a loop, it seems. This is in the editor. We shouldn't need the editor though. Okay, how can we simplify this? Make this simple to understand so that we can actually take some actionable steps to fixing it. Let's open up Photoshop. We'll create a new Photoshop canvas where we can kind of draw out some things. Okay. So right now, let's size this up a little bit. So right now we have animated tiles, right? Oh, animated tile. We have an animated tile, okay? That's all we've got. Now, we know that we want variation from the beginning. So we've got the rule tile. And that takes sprite base, right? An animated tile. Oh wait, no, it doesn't take. It takes what does the rule tile take again? I think it's sprites. Yeah, sprites. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Well, okay, but if it's a animation, yeah, it takes in the sprites to create that animation. And it does a certain speed. Okay. Do we need, if everything is animated and everything is on a random, will we need a rule tile to place it, or will it automatically just be random from the beginning? That is a good question. So let's not worry about the rule tile right now. Let's just worry about the animated tiles, right? So this one's the parent, right? We're gonna have a whole bunch of these. Right, and they're all gonna be under this umbrella. Wow, that's... Okay. So all of those tiles will go into the animated tiles. Well, I guess it goes into tiles type, actually. We're jumping the gun here. This goes into tile type, right? Which then is read by animated tiles and displays the proper tile. Right? So we've got this kind of ladder going up like that, and then it ends up displaying that animated tile. So it's kind of a cycle, a circle, if you will. Now, how to accomplish that? Right now, this takes in sprites. This takes in sprites because they're the same right now. Right? This takes in tiles. We need this one to take in tiles. Because what we need is for this tile type to just transfer its array to the animated tiles, and then the animated tiles would iterate through that. Now, can animated tiles why is it important that animated tiles stay as a tile base? Well, it should stay as a tile base because then we can just draw the... Wait a minute. Do we need it to stay as a tile base? Because let's say the first thing we did is we drew this. So we draw this tile, which sets the tile base, right? And it tells us it gives us the tile type that we need, and the tile type will have all the extra, all the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and hundreds, right? So this one default tile though is what we actually draw. So then from that tile type, what if we're going about this the wrong way? What if instead of dealing with tiles, what if instead of all of this, we remove that? And it's just an animated tile and a tile type, where the tile type has all of the animations broken down in their sprite form. And the animated tile is the one that randomly selects the animation. So like, let's take a look here. Let's undo all the damage we did. Okay, right now we've got a sprites array. It's called animated sprites. Now what we're saying is tile animation data dot animated sprites equals this animated sprite, right? Well, what if we did this animated sprite equals the tile data thing, sprites, right, of that animation? But what if we go one step further and we say it is random. So let's just kind of like word it out here. So it'd be a random dot range of tiles. Then whichever tile is selected, the new M animated sprites would equal the tiles dot animated sprite. Right? Okay, this is just an idea. So this would pretty much mean we might have to do it somewhere else though. But this would mean that the tiles randomly, they would change based off of the animation. Now, animation has to be fluid, right? So we can't just jump between. And this one doesn't jump between. It goes one at a time, which is good. Now, when it gets to the end is when we want it to do a randomly change again. So instead of doing it here, what we should be doing is creating its own like override bool or whatever, right? We should make a public void called get animation. Oh yeah, we need to do this. Okay, so get animation, right? Now get animation is where we would then, this is where we would say, listen, I need to get the tile data for this tile. And I'm going to select out of those the individual animations. And then once I select the animations, I copy over that animation's sprites. I think that could work. Let's go into tiles type. Kind of show what that would look like. So this would be different. What we need is a little bit like an animated tile, actually. Where is it? Or not an animated tile, sorry, what am I talking about? A rule tile, where these are under this array, right? There's an array inside of an array. We need to figure out how to do that. So if we can do that, then we can select the top array and then copy the bottom array. You know, the array inside the array. That's what we need. If we can do that, then we are pretty much set. So this is the rule tile. And I believe it'll be in the editor. Well, actually, not necessarily. The editor is just displaying it that way. But there should be something that says that it's under that specific rule. Where's the animation? There should be an animation Okay, it says refresh tile, so it should be right here. Yep. Okay, get tile animation data equals rule dot sprites. Hey, how's it going? Elvelosmore. Sorry if I butchered that name. Welcome to the stream. We're just working on some tiles. We now have a game plan on how to make it a little more polished. So that's good. Oh, it's a Spanish name. Yeah, sorry for destroying it. Where? Okay. So we do tiling rule output, right? And then it goes output tile, then it goes animation. So we need to find the output tile to figure out how there's an array inside of an array. Wait a minute. This one is just... Oh. Interesting. Okay, so if rule.msprites, okay. I'm starting to understand how this works. So if we go back down to the animation right here, it says animated sprites equals rule.msprites. Right, okay. Rule.m output. Well, you know what? Let's just Google it because that's probably going to make it a little quicker. We can do array inside an array. Array inside of an array. Oh, let's do Unity. Array of arrays. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. They want an array out of arrays, which is exactly what we want. And we need an array. Ah. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so pretty much all I need to do is add this. And now, if we go, well, not to that, I guess. Hold on. Tiles type. And we move that over. We open up tiles. We create one. Huh. That's not what I was expecting. Hold on. Why would that not work? Oh, hold on. Let's do, instead of animated tile, let's do sprite. See what that changes. Why does it still say animated tile when I change it to sprite? This doesn't seem right. Yeah, it says animate tile still. Okay, that fixed that. Is that what was causing this problems? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the problem. Okay, so now it's not even showing me the array of arrays. That's a problem. How do I see an array of arrays? I want to see them. Okay, let's just look at a different thing. Okay, trying to do a public array with it's a number of public arrays. Okay, public blah blah blah. To use array index, element index. Exactly. Google is the is the answer to everything. That's for sure. Ah, wait, as a class attribute. Interesting. Wait, we'll try. No, that's not here. It's I guess it is for the class. This technically should work. Doesn't seem like it worked. Yeah, that doesn't seem to work. Let's look this up. Maybe I'm implementing it incorrectly. No, okay, hold on. That's not what I'm looking for. So right now we need to create an array inside of an array. I think technically we've created an array inside of an array because I think this is working. The problem is I need to be able to access it visually, and that's not happening. So we need to figure out how to see it in the inspector. Supposedly system.serializable is supposed to work. But I don't see it. Wait, I don't need system necessarily. Well, I can do this using using system. Just leave it at that. Serializable. Doesn't work. How come? Okay, how to see. Let's just keep looking a little bit. I don't know what that means. Simulate a 2D array to have a normal 1D array. So that, what does that mean? That means this? Oops. That would be awesome. That would be really cool if that could work. Imagine. Anyways. We need to figure this out though. I don't know what that means. Me with code. That's nice. Yeah, it's there's a lot of times where I'm looking at code and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense at all. Takes a while. Okay, so this guy is saying, just like we got it, equals new game object 10. Okay, that's fine, but I want I don't want to have to script everything. I want it visual. All right, how to access. System.serializable. Hold on, if we remove this, will that fix it? Oh my goodness, I think it fixed it. But there's nothing inside of it. Oh, wait a minute. What did I do? Uh-oh. All right, now we have to try. Yeah, nothing. Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. It should work fine. According to all the people on the internet. Okay, how to see an array inside an array. Unity inspector. So everyone's saying the same thing. Everybody's saying the same thing. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, wait. This is exactly kind of what we need. So this guy's doing quests, right? Which, I mean, eventually my game will probably need too. But an array of quests with an array of quests, subquests. He can't display those subarrays inside the scriptable object. That's exactly what's happening to us. So he's looking into property drawers. Expandable attribute. That's exactly what he needed. Oops. No, I just closed it. What is going on? Okay, hold on. Where was it? Is it this one? No, it wasn't that one. I just want to make sure I still have the page in case something goes wrong. All right, this implementation. Oh, it is. Okay, it's this guy. Wait, what? Okay, expandable attribute, that's fine, but use this property on a scriptable object type to allow the editors drawing the field to draw an expandable area that allows for changing the values on the object without having to change editor. So what, we just copy this and put it inside? I don't understand. Yeah, this is confusing. All right, let's see what happens. Absolutely nothing. Yay. So using Unity Engine, easy, boom, done. But now it wants me to do a public class property attribute instead of, I mean, this is property on a scriptable object, right? This is a scriptable object right here. So how can I place it on a scriptable object? Doesn't make much sense. Because it's its own class. I mean, do I just put it underneath? Like that? Yeah, that doesn't make sense either. I'm not sure how this is supposed to be put onto a scriptable object with it working. I don't get it. That doesn't make sense. This guy, though, says it's exactly what he needs, and we need exactly what he needed. Try expandable attribute. Okay, let's just look up expandable attribute and figure out what that gives us. Oh. Hold up. Here we go. What's that gonna do? It's gonna do nothing. I remember when I tried to do something and I forgot to capitalize the Y. Yeah, if you forget, sometimes the types of bugs that I get, it's like I barely forgot something. Ask Chat GPT. Yeah, the AI can figure this out for us. Or it can make like a really cool video on this problem that then I could just steal. That would be an interesting video though. Figuring out how Chat GPT feels about game development. Actually, that is a great title. Yeah, I should definitely think about doing that. Using Chat GPT to make my game. That would be pretty cool. You guys are on something. Maybe I'll have to do that. Can edit multiple objects. Okay, that's a mono behavior editor. This is a scriptable object drawer. Well, that doesn't exist. Okay. So this, unfortunately, is not doing as well as I was hoping. We still need to create an array inside of an array, which we've done. We have an array inside of an array. We don't have it visibly on the serialized object. Serializable. Scriptable object. We don't have it on the scriptable object. Inside an array in a scriptable object. Is there a workaround? Is there a workaround? I think so. I think we do something we don't necessarily want to do. And we create another scriptable object. Or, well, it would be multiple, right? So, okay, this is what I'm thinking. Let's just make it really quick. Create new C# script. We're going to call this one tile. I don't know. What should we call it? Chat GPT. That's what we'll call it. It's a name that makes a lot of sense. Okay, we cut all this out. We can do scriptable object. Okay, that's good, that's good. Now, what we do is we create an array of sprites here. Public sprite array. Okay, boom. Simple, done. We can check, it'll show up, everything's great. Well, we need to do a create menu. There we go, create asset menu. Okay, so we've got that, right? We create it, boom. Where is it? It doesn't show up. I need it to show up. What is this? Oh yeah. Okay, that will do animation. Boom. Okay, very good. All right, Chat GPT. We call this ground 1. Okay, ground 1. Now this one, the tiles type, we do a scriptable object array called tiles. Right? We check that, boom. There's an array. We put ground 1 in it, boom. We open up ground 1, we'll see animation, boom, and we can create a whole bunch of animations with all the sprites. So we've pretty much made an array inside of an array, right? And I think technically this might be better in the sense that we can switch out individual components, right? We can take out serialized objects, we can add more to it, we can possibly do more than what we were originally going to do. So this might actually be better. At least I'm trying to convince myself this is better. Okay, so now when we go back to, where is it? The animated tiles, right? And we're looking for get animation, okay? We're gonna say, what are we gonna say? We're gonna say, so this tile base, now we need to figure out what the tile type is. And how do you do that? How do you do that? Let's go into tiles type again. Okay. What about tile set manager? I think that's where we kind of do most of it. We do tile data. Okay, hold on. We have to do this. We have to do this, okay? Okay, boom, done. That, boom, good. Okay, now this is a little more complicated. Tiles dot tiles 1 dot this, yeah, this is where our next issue is. Because I think the way that this works is before you can actually get any data, right? The data has to be attributed to the tile, and that's done at runtime. What if we do this a little differently? What if we do tiles type? Okay, well, hold on. What if we do animated tiles and we create a public tiles type. Whoa. Okay, public tiles type. And we say, what do we say? We call it let's just do animation. We'll change these names to be clearer later on. Or we'll do just data. Tile data. Okay. Tyler. Yeah, let's call it Tyler. There we go. Okay. So next, we can close the Unity editor part. Here we would say, okay, so get animation means Tyler dot, or it would mean that M animation sprites equals Tyler dot tiles Ooh, okay. We just hit the next hurdle. So we have an array inside of an array, in essence, right? But now, how do we access the array of a scriptable object inside of a different scriptable object? So let's go back to our Photoshop, kind of draw this out a little bit. Let's delete this, kind of start fresh. All right, so we've got our animated tile. This is the tile that we're going to draw. And we've got the tile type, which is the attributes. But right now, what are we using it for? Right now, we're just using it as an array, right? We're using it as an array. And under that array is another scriptable object that is specific animation. Right? And then where does it go from there? Well, the idea now is that we go animated tile, retrieves the tile type, or retrieves the specific animation from the tile type. So actually it's going like this, going in this direction now. Everything serves the animated tile. The animated tile is in charge of its own stuff, right? This is where everything happens in this animated tile. That's what we put on the screen. That's what it's all about. So the question is, how do we go through tile type to get the specific animation? Once we do that, once we have the specific animation, we can easily, I believe, just make that array of animations equal the array of animations that we have here. And so that will help us do that, right? First thing is we need to randomly select the tile type array. Easy, easy peasy. All we got to do, very simply, is do a new variable called, what was it called? What would it be? So we're trying to get a random array, a random scriptable object. So it'd be scriptable object, and we call it chat. Okay, equals random dot, what's going on here? Okay, dot range, random range. No, it's just range now. Right? And we would do Tyler zero to Tyler dot length. Wow. Spell much? Length. No, not tile. Tyler. Oh. Dot tile dot length. Tiles dot length. Dot tiles. Scriptable. Okay, scriptable object array does not contain a definition for length. No accessible extension method length is found. Okay, so dot what? Dot length. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. I just had it the wrong. I see. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Okay, that's fine. We do int first. Then we do scriptable object equals Tyler dot tiles. There we go. Okay. Okay. This is working. Now we do chat dot. Okay, what is its own? What does it have? Hold on. Where am I? There we go. So ground one has animation dot animation. That doesn't make any sense. Dot. I need this array. How do I get that? Where is the chat? There we go. Public sprite array animation. Ooh, okay. If we serialize this, would that make it possible? That might make it possible. Let's see. No. We're so close. We're so close. We just need to figure out how to access a scriptable object inside of another scriptable object. Wait a minute. Wait. What? This. What? You see this, right? What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Okay. Wow. Okay. I guess things are starting to make a little more sense. Wow. Okay. Let's the amount of time that I spent trying to search for this solution, and it's when I'm not looking for it, that's when I find it. Okay, so let's just try this, because then that would solve our current issue and probably tons of other ones. That's insane. Actually, I wouldn't need, what would I call the first array? I would call it an array of something. We can figure that out later. Public. Wait. Okay. All right. This. Oh, wait a minute though. So what if I do, oh, but if I do an array here, okay, we're going to change this class to, what should we change it to? It's a list, it's a string, really, I guess. Right? Would it be? That doesn't make any sense. All right, well, let's just leave it at that, I guess. And we'll see. Let's see what it does. So the list is pretty much like an array. There's an array inside of a list. List, new element. Super name. Whoa. I just created like 3 different... What? Okay, hold on. Where does super name even... Oh, it's this. This is super name. Okay, hold on. So we've got the list, right? So list opens up. Boom. Then we've got all of our elements. And then I have this right here. This is where we would have all of the animations. Just like that. Now, can we change the name? No, we can't. Well, we figured something out. Oh my. All right, and animation. That's crazy. All right, well, let's check if now we can actually... All of this doesn't exist anymore. We can remove that. Yeah, so all of this is now in chaos. So instead we do Tyler dot something else. Tyler dot what? Make the list public. Dot list dot length. It doesn't have a length. Oh, it has min and max. Is that, what is that? Does that do it? That works? No, it's a method group. Okay. Can we access list dot... Hold on. I think we need to do... Oh, this is a public class. Okay. So technically... we should be able to do... Tyler dot. You know what? Maybe it didn't save. It didn't solve the issues that I thought we had. Because now it's actually, we need to find a way to actually get to the inside of that list, get to the actual sprites, right? Okay. Yes, game development is the easiest thing in the world, guys. Way too easy. Actually, I'm getting bored because it's just too easy. No, this is... Okay, we need to figure out how do we access an array inside of a list. we just have to keep Googling. Maybe, you know what? Maybe he has an answer. This guy has already solved so many things. Okay. Level data inside of... Actually, I think he is solving our issue. Okay, he said he forgot to make the list public. So I made the list public. Yeah, we could always go back to chat GDP. Or GPT. Okay, it's saying level data, right? That's the class. Level data is already a scriptable object, right? Boom, done. Understood. And so we have tiles type, which is our scriptable object. But then he goes into a list, right? I made the list public. No issues there. Then he goes into a class, right? Public class, that's public. And then a public, you know, variables, which I also have as public. So, boom. Everything is public. Everything's great. So, you can drag and drop, blah, blah, blah. I want to access the data in level data scriptable object. How would I proceed? When I expose name data, I get a lot more options. Okay. Is he doing some kind of visual scripting? Is that why it looks like this? Do I not know of some kind of functionality in Unity? I mean, I know this. I don't know this. This expose thing. I don't know what that is. Okay, so he gave us that script and then he gave us this one. No worries. It's just takes time to think because he's saying that it's embarrassing because he just forgot to make the list public, right? So he figured out how to access the list. So there is a way. Problem is he's not showing the actual script that accesses that list. Instead, he's showing us the first part that we needed. So we need to still look up access array inside of list unity. Updating array, maybe that might help. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, but that's taking into, okay, that's saying already that he, wait a minute. No. Wait. Could I just do, sorry, I'm not really talking too well right now, but instead of a tiles type, I do list. How do we make a list? No, because the list is already there. What I'm thinking is like we just do tiles type dot the list name, you know. But that I think is actually working just fine, right? Tiles type and then list is working. Now, what if I want to do 1? What's wrong with this? Identifier expected. What identifier? That doesn't make sense. So it's saying to array as if I think I can convert it to an array. To array dot length minus okay. That's seems like we're probably doing more than we actually, need to be doing. But that's fine. Let's just see where this goes. Okay, so now we have to do what was it? Let's change this. Where is it? This no, that's not it. This thing. To something we actually want to use. Let's call it tile. Or tiles, I guess. Tiles. Tiled. Okay, we'll call it tiled. Okay, so how come this public class isn't found? House type dot tiled. Wait, did we just solve it? Okay, hold on. Then we go. Where do we go? We go to msprite equals tile dot animation. Dude, I think we did it. Okay, I think we did it. So this should be working. This shouldn't need to work. Let's just close that off. Tiles type, everything should be good there. Now we need to actually test it. Yeah, exactly. It's good. This is where it crashes. All right, so let's do 2. We've only got 1 here. No, this should be 2 also. This should be 1. Wait a minute. What am I doing? We don't need this anymore. Yeah, it's just this. All right, so we need 2 animations to cycle through. We need 2 elements to cycle through. Okay, so now what are we gonna do? Let's bring in the sprites. Let's go sprites, tiles, and let's grab, all right, on this side, we'll do this and this, and then for the other side, we'll do this one and this one. Okay. So now is the moment we've all been waiting for, where we need to make sure that we get the animated tiles. Okay, good. Tiles. That's good. We go to script. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be really sad. It's going to be sad. I'm going to create a new animated tiles. We're going to call it animated test. And I almost forgot, but we need to actually call this get animation. Interesting. I think we do that here. We'll just do that. What's wrong with this? Oh, it's old. I don't know why it keeps old, like, errors. It shouldn't. Anyways, inside of animated tiles. Okay, we did that. We did that. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Everything's going well so far. We've got the animated tile right here. We will, okay, Tyler. Oh, okay, right. We need to select that, put that in there. Okay. We have to figure out a way of automatically selecting that later on. Now we go to, where is it? The world. We change that right there. Move that. And that should work, right? I mean, we removed some stuff, but that should still work. Here, I think we need to remove this so that it works. Okay, now everything should work just fine. There should be no errors. There should be no reason for anything to not work. Last thing I need to do is change the status to 2. You saw that. We did it. We did it. We did it. Okay, it's working perfectly. It's randomly selecting between the 2 options. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. Hold on, let's All right, there's still a few things we can improve on. Exactly. That moment after spending 8 hours in the same problem. Finally solve it. It's awesome. Okay, so we still have a few things that would be good to fix. First of all, we can see this has to be offset. It's not quite on the grid. Or I guess technically it is on the grid. Yeah, it's just too far down. It's 1 down. 1 down and 1 to the side. Interesting. You know what? Let's change out the types of tiles. We'll make them the long tiles and see what that does. Oh yeah, we need to set this to 2. Yep, it's working. Randomly changing. But yes, the offset is real. We need to fix that. And also, they don't currently use the collider of the sprite. But I think that's a mistake on my part. I think if we stop for a second and I go back to the, where is it? This. Oh, it is using sprite. Okay. Let's try that. Let's try that again then. It should work fine then. Because it's taking the, hold on. Let's set this to 2 once and for all. That way we don't have to keep changing it. All right, let's take a look at the colliders themselves. Yeah, so these sprites don't have a collider. Now, why is that? I'm not sure. But we did accomplish something amazing today. And I think that's all I have time for today. Yeah, it's just about 9 o'clock, so I've got to finish up my work on the devlog, which is actually going to be all about this. The main meat of the devlog is already done, so just polishing it up, and it should be out on YouTube in, let's see, what Friday is it today? It's not Friday, it's Monday. 13, so it should be out on the 20th on YouTube, 13th for my patrons. So I am so happy you guys stuck around to watch this triumphant end to this live stream. So thanks for watching. So how's the game going? The game is progressing well. Like percentage point, it is, let's say I split the game into two parts. There's the foundation, and then there's the game. So we're still on the foundation part. All of these things are like core foundational things, right? The foundation, I would say, is about 60%, 50%, 60, something like that. We got the camera system working. We've got the tile system. We have the things that the game needs. Yeah, exactly. Once the foundation is done, technically the game will be there, but I wouldn't call it a game because like it just won't have all the systems will be there, but you know, the art needs to be drawn and the world building and all of that stuff. But in the next few devlogs, I can give you guys a little bit of some secrets. This next devlog is all about tiles. The one after that is animation fix for the character and like the movement fix. Like, so that next devlog should be a polishing, where once we're done, we should never have to revisit the characters jump and moving and all that stuff. After that, it's world building, so creating our first like environment area. And then after that, I believe it's AI, like, you know, deep dive into enemy AI, NPC AI, stuff like that. Once that's done, we've got music and a few other like polishing rounds, like devlogs of just polishing. Once all that is done, and hopefully by the end of the year, foundation will be done and I'll have a demo out. And then the game polishing, the actual game, that's when all of that's going to take place. So I'd say it's about 50% there. Got it. In the next 4 or 5 devlogs, we should have pretty much the whole foundation covered. So we're running through it. But again, thank you to everybody for watching and for chatting, keeping me company. And it's been awesome. All right, I'll see you guys next Monday. Stream every Monday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. So be sure to tune in, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.